Nazi, come here. Cell Squad is something. Don't look off the dance, man. Yo, you want something? Yeah, man. Cell Squad is. Yeah, man. Don't lock it off. Don't tell her. Guess what, Squad? Go buy a peanut from the peanut man. When him a go through in the dance, in a inbox him have everything you want. Herbs by the bud and by the stock. I like the top shell and them a shell down the bar. Watch it, mind you step on them clock. Welcome to the True Island History Channel. Today, we're going to delve into a topic, the First Maroon War. Now, please do like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Press the notification bell so you do not miss another episode just posted. Okay? And do check out the True Island Stories channel, the parent company. Please. Okay. The First Maroon War was a conflict between Jamaican Maroons and the colonial British authorities that started in and around 1728 and continued until the peace treaties of 1739. It was led by self-liberated Africans who set up communities in the mountain, in the Treacherous Mountains, Blue Mountains, and others. The name Maroon was given to these Africans for many years. They fought the British colonial government of Jamaica for their freedom. The Maroons were skilled particularly in guerrilla warfare. It was followed by the Second Maroon War. Now, it is very important that we, as a people, as a Jamaican society, know this history. Okay? Because if it weren't for these brave men and women, trust me, maybe we would have never acquired freedom. And Jamaica, we are known as a sect not to be played with, not to be messed with. We are little but Talawa, meaning we are small, but in heart we are very gigantic, brave as the eastern winds of the Madagascan Peninsula. In 1655, the English defeated the Spanish colonists and took control of most of the colony of Jamaica. After the Spanish fled, Africans that had previously been enslaved joined the Amerindian population, and some others who had previously escaped slavery. In the center of Jamaica to form the Windward Maroon communities. The area is known as the Blue Mountains. The white population of the island of Jamaica boomed between 1665 and 1661, swelling to roughly about 12,000 white inhabitants. In 1662, however, a little over 3,000 remained. They were depleted. They either died or fled under the rigorous and continuous attacks from our Maroon warriors. The white population to slave worker ratio dwindled in the following decades, leaving a majority of slaves and a very few white settlers. British forces were unable to establish control over the entire island, so a large portion, and in particular the interior, remained in the hands of the Maroons. And for 76 years, there were periodic skirmishes between British and Maroons, alongside occasional slave revolts. In 1673, a revolt of 200 slaves in St. Anne Parish created what we called a separate group, the Leewards Maroons. These Maroons united with the people of Malagasy people and formed their own Maroon community in the parish of St. George in northeastern Jamaica. Several more rebellions strengthened the numbers of this Leeward group. Notably, in 1690, a revolt of 400 slaves at Sutton Place Plantation in Clarendon Parish, Jamaica, considerably strengthened the Leeward Maroons. Now, this is important. I'm going to repeat that. Several more rebellions strengthened the numbers of this Leeward group. Notably, in 1690, a revolt of 400 slaves in Sutton Place Plantation in Clarendon Parish, Jamaica, considerably strengthened the Leeward Maroons. Now, why I repeated that, for most people, we have a very prominent hotel in Kingston that is called the Sutton Place Hotel. Very extravagant, luxurious hotel. Very popular. Now, a lot of people do not know where that name derived from. Now you know. This is why history is so important and relevant. First Maroon War took place periodically between 1728 and 1740. That's over 12 years.
And the Maroon leadership during this conflict featured Nanny of the Maroons, who was known for her expertise in guerrilla warfare, and Kwaku, who most people call Kwaku in the Windward Maroons, and Kodja in the Akompong in the Leeward Maroons. A number of Maroon captains fought rigorously under their leadership, such as Welcome and Jeddah from Nanny Town. In September 1728, the British sent more troops to Jamaica, changing the balance of power with the Windward Maroons. That year, the British sent also a new governor, Major General Robert Hunter, to Jamaica, and under his stewardship, the conflict with the Maroons escalated ginormically. They didn't like him, and he didn't like us. So, we butted heads, and war was the outcome. One of the Maroon captains, a man called Jeddah, who according to Maroon historian Bev Carey is celebrated as a brave warrior of the Maroons of the Motown, and he led an attack on the northeast town of Port Antonia a year later. And when the British soldiers under Lieutenant Soper tried to pursue them, the Maroons caught them off guard and chopped them to pieces, mashed it. Hey, back in those days, do you think war, medieval warfare, is more terrible or more horrific than today's warfare? Leave in the comment section, please, because I can tell you, when thousands of people stand together on a battlefield and it's just close quarter combat with knife, machete, pickaxe, stick, spears, bow and arrows, that can be excruciating and grimy to see people head chop off. Now, before you even go into the battle and you run and you see three of your accomplices or three of your camaraderie head chop off right in front of you, trust me, either that gonna make you get angry or that can weaken any man's knees, trust me. During the First Maroon War, the Maroons used guerrilla tactics to inflict greater losses on the colonial militias in terms of both manpower and expense. Now in 1730, Soper led a large force against the Windward Maroons, but once again, Maroons, led by Nanny and Kwaku, defeated the militia. The next year, 2 additional regiments arrived in Jamaica to assist Hunter in fighting the Maroons because he was losing men like flies being swatted in the kitchen. I'm telling you. In 1732, Hunter sent 3 parties against the Windward Maroons, and they occupied Nanny Town when the Maroons, led by Nanny, withdrew further into the Blue Mountains. Now, that was where we had the advantage. The occupation of Nanny was expensive, and Hunter eventually recalled the militia, allowing the Maroons to retake their town without a fight. They just walked in and give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. Do not come back here. The next year, Hunter sent a party of British seamen against the Windward Maroons, but again, the Maroons were resilient in their bravery and their warrior tactics. Maroons defeated them. Once more, we were victorious. Praise be to God. In 1734, the Windward Maroons fought the British in Portland Parish and St. George. Enslaved Africans continued to free themselves and desert the Blackshot support forces in large numbers. Hunter, he died. Yes, he died, and was succeeded as governor by John Ascough. But he also had limited success against the Maroons because we had the mountains, we had the terrains, which we knew every inch. Camouflage, all of that stuff. Spiritual warfare, bravery, yes, that was us. And if you want to know more about that, check out the Nanny stories on the channel, okay? We've come to the end of part 1 of the history of the Maroon Wars. Join us for part 2 as it gets more exciting on the True Island History channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. What are your thoughts on how the white dominate us back in the day, how they colonized us? Tell us. And what do you think of the Prince coming to Jamaica? And until next time, check out the True Island Stories channel as well, the parent channel, okay? You have a blessed one.
Nazi, come here. Cell Squad is something. Don't look off the dance, man. Yo, you want something? Yeah, man, Cell Squad is... yeah, man, don't lock it off. Don't tell her. Guess what, Squad is? Go buy a peanut from the peanut man. When him a go through in the dance, in a him box him have everything you want. Herbs by the bud and by the stock, I like. The top shell and them a shell down the bar. Watch it, mind you step on them clock.